the start of that. So, good morning. This is Vince with Listings to Leads, and this is one of our training calls. We're going to talk about, kind of essential pages, landing pages. But I'm going to start the call off with just a little bit of info and also a how-to on how to connect your social media to your accounts for auto posting, because this is going to save you a lot of time. And while I'm saying that, I'm going to so before I started the call, I was asking people, are any of you not set up with auto posting? Because then I'm going to kind of go over and look at that and show you what that kind of looks like here. And I want to show you this. This is an automated message that comes from Listings to Leads. And it is just a notification that you would get automatically that says we have posted to your account. So I've only got my Twitter account connected here, but you could have your LinkedIn and Facebook business pages. Even if you have a couple of business pages, we can auto post to multiple pages. And so we're going to kind of ideally go through and look at that. So you'll get this, and you'll get this automatically once you've set it up. And you can click these icons up here to actually see what it looks like. And that's the first thing I want to show you, is this is what an auto post looks like. And we put a couple of things in there that are just sort of handy, right? We're going to put some emojis that make it look like it's a little bit more real. We also put some hashtags, although for some reason the hashtags are missing in this one. But what's more important is behind the post, you can click on this link or you can click on this picture, and it's going to open up our landing page, right? So if you know anything about Listings to Leads, the tools we create for you are all designed to capture leads. And historically, meaning for many, many years, we would create tools like this as soon as you got your listing in, and we would email them to you. And we'd say, hey, put this on your social media. And for some of you, you have been doing that consistently for years and getting hundreds of leads every month for years. And then for others of you, you just ignore those emails and you forget that, oh, I don't even know what this is, and you just don't do it. And so you don't really get the benefit of capturing a lot of buyer leads, right? You figure out some other ways to use our tools, but you just can't consistently do that because you're all busy people. So that is the whole point of what we are doing with auto posting to your social media. We're posting to your Twitter account, your LinkedIn account, and your Facebook account, your business pages on Facebook. So there's a little bit about Twitter. If you don't know anything about Twitter, you don't have a Twitter account, a lot of people see it. A lot of people use it as a high traffic site. And if you put hashtags in there, like hashtag real estate, hashtag realtor, in this case, it's in Valencia, so hashtag Valencia, that would just be picked up by people who are interested in real estate and Valencia and things like that. So even if you don't have, 5 friends on Twitter, many, many people will see it, right? And of course, it's just a great listing presentation piece to say, I'm actually on all major social media. We're auto uploading to YouTube for you. You can be on Twitter automatically. You can be on LinkedIn automatically. And of course, Facebook. And the other thing about LinkedIn, you may not know this. I'm gonna bop over to LinkedIn real quick, and I would say at least a couple times a week people want to connect with me. I'm not exactly sure why. Some people I know, and some people they just are in my industry. And so you may never log into this, but I'm just going to click on the home page and show you what perhaps you don't know is a few years ago, LinkedIn started to create a news feed. Okay, so you're probably familiar with the Facebook news feed. It's where everybody goes and looks and sees all the food recipes and the pictures of their family and all that fun stuff, right? Well, LinkedIn realized we better do this because people seem to like that. And when we auto post something like this, we put it right here on this page. And it's publicly indexed. People actually, and hashtags work well on here. So there's just a lot of information. You can see it's slowly becoming similar to Facebook. not, it doesn't have nearly as much traffic, but the people who are there are professionals, right? And those people might be interested in real estate one way or another. And our clients have been posting there for a while, and not all of you, obviously. But what they find is they're getting buyers and sellers from posting their tools like this on LinkedIn. So we're doing it. We're going to start doing it automatically. And then Facebook. Let me go over to Facebook real quickly and give you a little something you should know about Facebook, right? Which actually not a lot of people know. There is something I'm hoping most of you know something about running an ad on Facebook. And while I'm talking, I'm going to bring us over to our business page. So if you're a client of ours, you should be part of our mastermind group, right? This is a secret group online. It is for our clients only. And it's where we share a lot with each other. Our clients share a ton of information with each other about this is what I'm doing and here's how I'm getting results, right? And they're telling you what they spend and what their ad looks like and all this and that. But this is our business page. It's like a public facing business page. It's like the business page that you have for your real estate business. And as you can see, we put things on here, right? We're over here with Paco and Jared James and some of the guys. And we share information here, just like you want to share information on your real estate business pages, right? But here we're kind of talking about some of the cool things that go on with listings to leads. What you probably don't know is reach, right? And what is the reach? And what reach means is if I post something, how many people actually see it? All right. And we have a lot of people following listings to leads, so we get a fair amount of reach, but the reach it's kind of managed, right? It's calibrated by Facebook because Facebook does not want you to get organic reach. If you just copy and paste something on your business page, Facebook does not want that to reach everybody because they want to give you an incentive to click that boost button and to say, I want everybody that's over 30 years old, in my case, who's a realtor in the US, to see this, right? For you, it might be, I want everybody who lives in Cincinnati who's over 30 years old to see this, right? I got an open house in Cincinnati or something like that. So the reach, when you boost it, well, your reach for a $20 ad is, easily 2,000 to 3,000 people, right? And then, of course, they can click it. And then when they click it, they land on something like this. And we capture the lead and we give it to you. So the trick has always been, let's give you tools that you can put out on your social media. But you just shouldn't paste it there and leave it there and think that that's going to dramatically change the world. It will help you. But actually boosting is really important. So, but when we give this tool to you, and in the past we always give it to you in email, you either know what to do with it or you don't, right? And so for us, we know what to do with this. Write it, get it up on an ad, get it on your social media, put some emojis in it, put some hashtags on it, and make sure that our tool is behind it so we can capture leads. And that's what we're doing automatically if you have that set up, all right? So I asked some questions earlier about how long you've been. Kathy's been with us for 4 years. Oh, I've been with LO 4 years, maybe. It's been a while. Get back on board, Kathy. We are having so much success. Our clients have been, Lisa, I know we've spoken, and if you've been with us for 2 years and you're not getting on, pay attention to what we're doing, guys. Well, I'm going to actually point you into something else. So, not set up. Shalina Tinglin, you have you do not have auto posting set up, and please confirm that. And if you confirm that, I'm going to go over and look at that. But before I do that, I'm going to wait for that answer. I'm going to go over to our mastermind group because you probably do know our mastermind group. So everybody does need to set up the auto posting, and that's what I'm going to start this call off with. You've had me listening to me yammer on here. Before I go there, I want to point out something that's really important. As I was mentioning, our mastermind group, Dustin, who's one of our, one of the guys that really bangs our system and gets the most out of this. Um, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to what he's doing because he is definitely leveraging everything we're doing. And he put something up about an hour ago. And he talks at length about how he is running multiple ads in a short burst, short periods of time to get higher reach. And he's just he is just doing incredible stuff with his open houses and getting just a lot of business from this. So I want you to make sure and go look at Dustin here. He also, I'm going to do another search real quick in case you do not know this. Dustin also in the summer, last summer, put an awesome piece in here about these simple this letter that we create. And that one was actually referencing the same letter. But this letter here is available for you to print and email to yourself. And it's really effective. And a lot of our clients, if you find this post by Dustin Fox, you're going to see that people have been talking about this in the comments for months because many of our agents are using this, many of our clients are using this. And some of them are just printing it and door knocking it and leaving it behind. Some of them, like Dustin, are printing it, putting it in a really nice high quality envelope, and then just mailing it, right? And so the thing about that is the more and what Dustin is telling us, which you probably know, is the more personalized you make that envelope feel, the more likely they're going to open that and not throw it away as junk. And then they're going to open it, read it, and it has a lot of value when people fill it out. And Dustin, by mailing this, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around here. I'm looking for something. Dustin is actually just cool enough to say, hey, this is I bought this Sharpie, which is like a silver pen. It's like a silver glittery ink pen. And he puts it on those black envelopes, and you can't help but wonder what it is. And he's just saying, look, I'm using this to make the pieces that I'm mailing stand out. And then because obviously when people open that, this little simple letter that you can click a button and download from Listings to Leads captures for Dustin this one letter. He mailed it via some postal kind of service, $620, and has 10 listings from it. So it more than paid for itself. And so those two articles are really good. So let's get into what we really want to get into. Is I want to get into how to do the auto posting. And I want you to see, yes, I can see your screen. Okay, give me a second, guys. I did it while all right. So everybody's been doing it. I'm going to go look for Lisa Alford. So I guess me talking about it is just motivating people to set this up. So Lisa, I'm going to go look for you in our system. So give me a second. I'm going to pause this screen a second. I'll just give it a second. Yeah. Alford. Give me a second, guys. Almost there. So Lisa, you've been a client for a while and you haven't, and you're just kind of getting it set up. And that's kind of why I wanted to go over this because we think this is really useful. We know it is because we're already getting clients getting leads out of this and it's taking the work out of your hands. So, yeah, I get it, Lisa. Okay. So give me a second, guys. I got you on pause, but I am about to kind of show you what I'm doing here. So give me just one moment. Okay, copy. Hmm. Did that work? I think it's working. All right, so let's give it a second. So right now, guys, we're logged into Lisa's account, right? I'm logged in as Lisa would log in every day. So all of you should do this. And Angela is saying she thinks she has it set up. She's not sure if she's got it done for LinkedIn, and I would recommend you go to LinkedIn. But anyway, all of you go to your profile. You don't have to do it now. I am recording this, and it's actually not very hard to do. So if you want to watch it, you could probably keep up with me as I'm going. So you go to your profile page. I'm going to put this back in there so it's out of my way. There's a red pill, says new. Click new. Check all three of these boxes, all right? And click save. This means that every time there's a new listing, auto post it to your social media. Every time the status changes, auto post it to your social media. Every time the listing price is reduced, auto post it to your social media. And as you can imagine, the call to actions are always different, right? The open house call to actions are definitely different from price reduced. They're definitely different from this home has just sold. So let's go back. We click those buttons, we click save, then we go to Facebook. Now, Lisa, I don't want you to panic. I'm actually going to connect this to mine, but then I'm going to remove it. So there are steps 1, 2, and 3 on this Facebook page. I'm going to kind of go backwards a little bit because I just think so, just to explain it. This box here is empty. You want to get this information inside of this box. So Lisa, you notice that these, and all of you should notice, we've got hashtags. Remember I was saying that. So real estate, when people are looking for real estate, they're thinking about real estate. If you got a hashtag that says real estate, that's great. It also says realtor. Also, another important, especially in Twitter, is realtors with an S. You might want to hashtag, Lisa, about your company, right? And maybe you've got your own company or you just want your brand to get out there. You could put that right there so that people start to see that over and over. What this box is doing is every time we get a new status or a change on a property, we're going to auto post it. You can see that there's some emojis. You can add emojis if you want, right? I don't think it's really necessary, but you could, whatever you add here becomes the automated post part of this, all right? And then now we've done that, we want to connect. And number one, and it doesn't matter, you actually should do this first, but I always think this is important because we don't quite understand it. You click here to connect to Facebook. And Lisa, I am going to connect to mine. And only reason why I'm going to remove it. So you can remove this. All right. So it's going to say, it's saying, hey, can I do stuff? Just say yes, continue as your name. Don't worry that it's your name. It says, okay, allow this because it's going to allow to manage and all where and then it spins back to the listings to leads page. All right. Give it a second. And now if you click, now step 2 says select your Facebook business page. And it says here, click to select your business page. So I've got all kinds of business pages here, right? And I'm going to say listings to leads, okay? So this means this is now going to update everything to my Facebook business page. And notice it wiped out my post description. So you definitely got to start with 1. And you definitely then go to 2 next. And then you copy this 3rd. Now I'm going to click in here again because maybe you want to post to 2 different areas, 2 different pages. You might have a business page and you might have a community page, right? And so that's how you do that. You go, oh, well, actually, that's my healthy food page, so I don't want to do that. But whatever page you got there, we can post to multiple pages, all right? And then here, we'll kind of repeat this step again, copy and paste. And then all you do is click save down here and you're done. Now, this is not my account. I don't want to have this stuff here. So I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to disconnect this right now. All right. So Lisa, you should log in and connect that the way I just did that. Twitter, same thing. Click here to connect to Twitter. And I'm not going to go through it all. but you would log into your Twitter account, authorize the app, it'll spin back, and you'll be on that page. Where did I go here, guys? And the same for LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is the same thing. Be able to log into your LinkedIn account, connect there. It's much more simpler because you only have one page on Twitter. You only have one page on LinkedIn. I would recommend that you add those hashtags that you want if you're trying to build a brand, or you're trying to, maybe your focus is a particular town, right? Like Tampa pound, Tampa real estate, right? You get that out all the time. It just starts to build awareness for your brand by talking about the things that you're after. So I see some questions here. Let me know. That's basically it. At this point, once you've set that up, every time a new listing hits, every time a status changes, or a price is reduced, there's going to be a post like this. Now, I want to point out, if you're using our text IVR, which I definitely recommend you use our text IVR, we auto post those text codes. Punch that code and push it there for instant information. Why would you want to do that? Because actually getting more leads with phone numbers is a key deal. And in case you don't know this, you should know this. People will respond faster to texts than they definitely will to your phone call, and they will ignore your email for months, right? But they will respond to text. So it's wise to get phone numbers and to just, nurture that. Okay, so let's go. Let's see the questions. Please tell me, am I not? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Sorry, guys. Oh, that is my poor New Year's brain. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna redo it. Hope you're all here. Let's go through that exercise one more time. God, that is really lame. Okay, everybody can see my screen now. We started by going to preferences, and we checked all these boxes. We clicked save. We went into Facebook. I see a comment here, so let's make sure we got that. Yes, got it. Okay, sorry about that, guys. You had to hear me yammer on like that. So Lisa has connected this. While I was talking, she went in and connected this. So that is the first step. You click this blue button and it takes you to a page on Facebook and it says connect. And there's 2 pages, and just say yes, yes. And once you're done, it brings you right back to this page. And at that point, you click in this box, and I can't do it because I'm actually not Lisa. Oh, I can actually. These are her business pages. She can choose any one of them or all of them, right? And whatever one she chooses, she can put multiple pages in there. We will then auto post this information here. So the third step is to copy this information and put it here. I'm not going to save anything, but what I was saying to everybody about hashtags is, on Facebook, hashtags actually aren't that important, but on LinkedIn and Twitter, they're very important. We put in a hashtag for real estate, for realtor, for realty, for broker, for sale. These are in there. That means whatever is in this box goes out every time we auto post. I think you should always add realtors with an S. I think if you're building a business, like I could see her business pages, some of those towns, let's see here, Bridgeport, right? I might, if I'm trying to build a business in a certain area, I might say Bridgeport real estate all together. Because if that is a big search and that's something that you want to be known for, that's going to go out on all your posts, right? So I'm not going to save this because Lisa's working on it. But there's also a Twitter page. So you connect to Twitter by clicking Twitter. And once we do that, you got to log into your Twitter account. And then it takes you back to listings to leads. And all you got to do is click copy. Sorry, it always takes you back to the wrong page. Click copy here and paste this here. And these hashtags are very important on Twitter. So you may not have a Twitter account, right? You may not like Twitter, But I guarantee you, Twitter has a ton of traffic, and hashtags are a big part of it. So even if two people are friends of yours on Twitter, if your hashtag is real estate and real estate in Orlando or real estate in Baltimore or wherever, people are just going to see that if they're interested in those things. So Twitter can be really, really powerful that way. I'm not saving this, so Lisa, you got to save all this and set that up. Same thing here, connect here to LinkedIn. I'm just going to click it, but I'm not going to follow through because I don't want to kind of get my stuff. But right here, you're just saying allow, right? I want to allow that. And once you allow that, we're going to take you back to this page, and we take you 2 pages back. Let's see here in LinkedIn. And then copy this information again and paste it here. And then click save. That's it. And at that point, we are auto posting just like that. So guys, I had to go through that twice. I'm so sorry about that. Does everybody understand how to set up auto posting and why you would want to? Because social media, there's a lot of people on social media. I could go show you. These are the top, these are the top traffic sites in the country. Facebook is number 3. I think Twitter is number 7. LinkedIn is in the double digits, but it's still, LinkedIn has a bunch of professionals there. These are, and so you kind of want to do that. Yes, no, no, no. Do you not, Norma? What don't you understand? Let's ask me a question. Did everybody get that? Are there any questions on this of what you don't know? Because I definitely want people to be using this. You're going to have, well, we probably lost a few people. Yeah. So I'm going to hang here for a second. And I'm also going to get into listings to leads. I'm going to get out of this one and get in. So let's see here. I see where it says auto posting, but do not know what to do after. Okay. Watch my screen. Okay. Wait. Here's another good question. How does this work when you're the buyer's agent to post the listing agent's home under contract? So you're the buyer's agent, and you want to market that this home is under contract, but it's not your listing, right? When you grab a listing, yeah, I think when you grab a listing, it's going to auto post just the same way. So if you don't want to have it out there because it looks like your listing, what you could do is edit it. So once it gets out here, you could go in and edit it and say, this listing is courtesy of the listing agent, right? But it is going to auto post things that you grab and put it in there. Barry, thanks. I'm glad you understood that. I see where it says auto posting, but don't know what to do after. So I'm going to go quickly. Norma, I need you to watch what I'm doing. When you click on auto posting, you're going to be on this page first. It says preferences. And check all 3 of these boxes and click save. Then go to Facebook, and you're going to notice that there are steps. There are only 3 steps. 1, 2, and 3. Now, I cannot click it because Lisa has actually connected hers, but you would click this blue button. It would ask you to log into Facebook, and then you can choose your pages, right? So I'll actually show you how to do that in a minute. And then you would go, and then you copy this information, and you put it here, and you paste it, okay? And then you add your hashtags that you want, and you click save. So you connect, step 1, connect to Facebook. Step 2, click in here, choose the business pages that you want. It could be multiple pages. And then step 3, copy this information and put it here. That's all you do for Facebook. Then you go to Twitter and you connect to Twitter. And then you copy this information here and you put it here and you add your favorite hashtags. Hashtags are things that start with the pound key. Pound real estate, pound realtor, pound realty. This is hashtag real estate, hashtag. That means people can find it. It helps people find it. So even if you don't have friends on Twitter, they're going to find it. Yes, you should turn them on. Yes, you should turn them on. The other reason I want you to all to know this, guys, is we are working right now on auto posting listing landing pages, property valuation landing pages. So you need to understand how to get this thing turned on so that you can go, hey, I want to every month automatically post a property valuation ad to my social media. Okay, we're working on this now. And what that means, okay, these things look a little bit old. I'm still in Lisa's account. My guess is these are not updated because I'm just going to guess they're not. But let's look at it. Hey, whoa, it looks good. She's got a Lake Norman page here. She can use this. So we're going to start auto posting property valuation pages to your social media. So it's time to get tied in. Yes, Norma, you can turn this on now. If you pull a listing in, if you grab a listing, or if you have your own listing, all you got to do is manage those listings inside of Listings to Leads. And the simplest thing to do, once you've got this turned on, let's go over to our listings page. As you know, I'm going to the listings page now. All these properties appear to be active. Now, if she's going to hold an open house, she can click Edit and click Open House. And Lisa, I hope you're listening to this. And when you copy the text, there should be room for hashtags, Barry. Set your open house, save. We're one, going to automatically email a bunch of tools to you. Two, you click on the task list and you can go through these. But we're going to email about 8 tools to you. And 3, we're also going to auto post that open house to your social media. So that's how you kind of manage that. It's just going to be on your Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, which saves you a ton of time. Also, what you want to start thinking of is, let's make sure once you got your auto posting going that you're taking advantage of these. If this status goes from active to pending or under contract, change it, because we're going to auto post that. When your property goes from under contract to sold, change it right here, and it's going to auto post all again to all your social media. And if your price is reduced, edit and do a price reduce, and we're going to auto post that there, right? Okay. So that's kind of how you do it. Once you get that auto posting set, you can sort of use this. Oh, there's 280 characters. Oh, there might be too many spaces, Barry. So even a space, what Barry is saying while I'm talking is he's trying to add more hashtags. So 280 characters is Twitter, right, Barry? You may not know that, but I think Twitter went from 140 or something like that to Twitter to 280. And when I copy this, I'm just going to show you guys. When I copy this, all these spaces here are actual hashtags, right? So you could say, save yourself some space by doing something like that, right? And that way there's just not so many spaces, because now I've got 222 of 280. And I'm going to back this out. Now, I'm going to notice what I'm doing, Barry. I'm putting my cursor in front. It says 222 spaces of 280. And I'm moving it back. And you should have room. So maybe you can't add endless amounts, but that's definitely kind of a factor there. And then just click save. So guys, those are the things to think about auto posting. And let's talk about just sort of some of the basics that you should know. And auto posting covers some of this. So I'm going to jump out of here real quick. And if there aren't any more questions, if there are more questions about auto posting, lay them on me right now, please. I'm going to log in as myself so I can click around and show you some of the tools that you should know about, right? And the whole purpose of this call is like landing pages and how to use them. Am I getting in there? Yeah. And we want to make sure that you kind of know like these things are out here. Landing pages and marketing, getting buyers and sellers. Getting buyers is pretty easy, I think, as long as you're using our tools. You can see here, I talked about the different statuses. I've got homes that are pending, active, coming soon, just listed. I got an open house here. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how I approach this. And coming soon, well, let's look at the open house. So if we go to the task list on the open house for our social media, it's going to look something like this. Because it's an open house, it's a landing page and it's got a ticking clock, right? Because it's an open house and that's time sensitive. And so the page actually has some visual gimmickry in a way, right? Anything that moves holds our attention for a few seconds. And that's why this page can be so effective in capturing a buyer lead. But if a home is just listed or just just simply active, the listing landing page is a great tool, right? So I've got one here that, well, that's active, but that's open house. We just looked at that. I don't have anything just listed in here. But, oh, here's an active. So this is active. So let's go back to the task list. And I want to remind you that while I am clicking into the task list, and this is the old school way of doing it, auto posting removes some of this. You don't have to click here to get to your social media. So this is my tool for an active listing, right? And it says, because I use the text IVR, my text number is embedded in there. So people can either text that number on the top to this number here and get full information on their smartphone, which means you get their lead information with their phone number, or they can fill this out over here. Either way, you're going to capture a lead. All right. Great way of capturing buyer leads, right? Let's see here. I'm not sure. I think this LinkedIn, I disconnected it, so maybe it's a dead link. Let's look. Give me a second, guys. But you can see there that on the page, right. So this is it here. So this is what it looks like on LinkedIn. So when you click on here, if you got auto posting on, it shows you, hey, if you want to see it, click here, right? And now I click here, and this shows us I guess this is open house at the time now. The open house is over, so it's a little bit stale, and you could pull it or we just repost it. But notice we've got our hashtags. Open house, Haiku, that's the city. This is the link to the property, right? And you could have other hashtags there if you want, no problem. But when we click on that, bang, we open up the tool, and that's what's going to capture the lead for us. So, the basis of this call is really like essential last pages to get listings and to get buyers. And the thing I'm trying to explain to you about auto posting is it gets the lead capture tools, the listing landing pages out there on the market. Now, one thing I want to point out is Just Sold. Just Sold will put out a listing landing page. It'll look very similar to what we just looked at there, right? Except it'll say Just Sold. And it's going to drive to a listing landing page. But I want you guys to know, I actually like the single property website, and I'm going to show you the difference, okay? They're both kind of designed, as I mentioned earlier, and which you may not know, is our clients want more leads. And we know that, and that's why we continue to adapt and modify and make our tools better to capture more leads. And that's why every call to action changes at the different status. That's why we've been telling our clients, post every time your status changes, post it to your social media, you get more leads. And of course, not all of you can do that. You're busy people. So that's the whole point of the automation. And to see the automation, or what I'm talking about, the status here, this is a property that is sold. All right, so let's look closely at the listing landing page when it's sold. This is the listing landing page when it's active, right? Gives you a little info, and if you want more, you got to fill this out. Now here it says another Groveport home is sold. So this is marketing the home that is sold. Recent home sale values affect your home value, or recent home sales affect your home value. So get your home's new home value now instantly free. So what it's saying is that if somebody clicks on a sold property, many of those people own a home. They're wondering what it's worth, right? So they can get a home value right here. So that's why we've changed that. I actually prefer this tool to your social media, the single property website. And let's look at it together. And that's because if I clicked on a home and I was wondering, like, I got a home and this home is maybe in my city and I kind of want to know about it. Well, when I look at a single property website, it shows me the home just like it did on that other page. It also, I could see all the other homes, and I can also see it was 1,600 square feet and a 3.2, and that was the price. But then there's going to be a lead capture page that pops up automatically. And I'm not going to wait for it. If I click follow this home, it's going to show us that page. And it says, this has affected your home value. If you want to be updated of the home value or get your home value now, give us your address. And this page is connected to our property valuation technology. So right from a just sold single property website, a consumer can get their free home value. You are going to be notified of the address and their contact info. So if they get a value, you are going to know what that value is and what that is. I just like this a little bit more as a flow, but both tools are designed to market that home as sold and to get you more listings. So let's see here what the questions are. For social ads. Yeah, Lisa, so the social media, the single property website for your social ads is great, in my opinion, when it is pending or sold. That is my opinion, right? When a property is for sale or open house, I definitely recommend that you're using the listing landing page. You can when we're doing the auto posting on social media, we're always posting this social media. But if you decide you want to run an ad and you're marketing a home that's sold or pending, I would recommend that you use the single property website. They're going to click on it, they're going to look at it. But this is really effective in getting buyer leads. And that's a bit of the point of why we're doing what we're doing, which is, let's see if I can get in here somewhere. It showed me my listing was auto posted already. Let's see here. Maybe it's not this one. So when we're auto posting listing landing pages, the key to that, and Lisa just brought it up, is she runs ads. And I hope all of you are running ads on Facebook, because we are consistently, every day of the week, our clients are getting a lot of leads by running ads on their properties, right? So when we post to Facebook, we're pushing to your business page. And when we push to your business page, let's see if this is going to show me what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's not posted to Facebook. When we post to your business page, I'm just going to click on Twitter so we can look at it and talk about it. This is kind of a different deal. When it goes to Facebook, it's going to look very similar to this. But there's going to be a boost button underneath it. Actually, it probably makes more sense if I just go to Facebook. Let's go look at Facebook. There's going to be a boost button. So we're doing kind of the heavy work. We're getting it up to your business page. We're putting on hashtags. We're putting on emojis to give it a human touch feel. And you definitely want to boost, right? You want to boost that. If you're talking about a listing, any listing, I recommend you're running like a $20 ad for 4 days. That's $5 a day. Pretty much anywhere in the country, wherever you are, 2,000 to 3,000 people will see that $20 ad. That is a big deal for $20 for people to start to recognize your brand. Notice this is Angelo Leffer, and he's a normal guy, but he's also a mortgage guy. So he's branding in his way that he's a lender, right? You're probably a realtor, right? You're a realtor at your company, or you're a realtor in your area, and that's partly of what your brand is about. So that's why you want to be able to boost from there. So let's see here. No current listings for sale. What landing pages would you suggest to use marketing for more listings? Wow, Louise, that's an awesome question. And I have seen your name for a long time, and you should have known this answer a while ago. So, but give me a second. You can run a Facebook ad with a single property website, same as a landing page. Yes, you can, Barry. Here's the caveat on that, Gary. We don't have the ability to, when we're auto posting, always auto posting listing landing pages. They look like this. This is a listing landing page. It looks like that, right? A single property website, all you got to do is copy this link and go to Facebook and create an ad. Okay, so definitely, if it's if it's something that's pending or sold, I would definitely run that. Now, Louise, I didn't mean to throw you under the bus there, but I'm gonna run 2 ads here and then I'm gonna say goodbye. So if you guys have questions, ask them now. I'm gonna be talking here for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna run 2 ads that can help you get more listings. All right. So Louise, I want you to be aware of this. And there was somebody else who asked me about marketing. They're a buyer's agents on a sold. So you can all do this, assuming that your MLS and office rules work. Let's talk about the single property website for a sold home. If you're a showing agent or the buyer's agent, you can put right in here or possibly on the ad, you can edit this in the edit section. This listing is courtesy of the agent. All right. And so let's just say we want to get this out. And this is for all of you. And Barry, thanks for asking that question because it opens up a lot of questions. This is not boosting. This is writing an ad. And when we're writing ads for getting more listings, I do think that this is right now, this is the way to do it. So we click this button over here. We go to create ads. Create ads have moved. Okay, what? Sorry, guys. This is Facebook changing on me. Manage pages. Oh, goodness gracious. So it updated. So let's go. Let's go here. Okay, so I'm going into my business page, and I'm sorry, guys. I think something changed here. How do I create an ad? Manage pages? Maybe it's manage pages. I don't want to. Oh, goodness gracious. Guys, I'm sorry. Something happened. There must be a new way to create. Let's go here to listings to leads. Where do we create ads now? Go to manage ads. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Where do I see manage ads? Is manage ads here? Oh, thank you. Okay, create an ad for your page. Okay. Oh, you got to go from here now. Woof. Wow. Okay. Okay. You see how it is? I take a break for the holidays and the whole world goes upside down. Click. Yeah, thanks. We just need to refresh. Been out. Yeah. I hear you. I've been out for a little while too. Just a couple days and you see what's going on. So maybe let's click on our name and see if we can get there. This gets us to the ads manager. Got it. Okay. So you got to click on manage ads to begin, and then it gets here, and this is where this is the default. So we're going to click create. You can also kind of redo things, but I'm going to create one by scratch. Click this green button, loading creation. I want to create campaign shelves. I'm going to do a complete ad campaign. Wow. Right. Well, I'm in the right spot. You shouldn't see this start over. It's because I do these kinds of things. So sorry about that delay. You get to this page. Always, I can only say this so many times, always use traffic. You are trying to drive traffic to our tools to capture the leads for you. All right. That's we even though lead gen is here as an option, we capture more leads than Facebook does. You could name it. You can name it sold in Mississippi or, open house in Los Angeles, whatever you want, and put the date. I think that's going to help you. Click continue. And we're doing a single property website. And what I want you to know is when you're trying to get sellers, this is the number one mistake I see people make. And you can change this over time, but you probably don't know this very well. You want to first change this, everyone in this location, to people who live in this location. Now I'm going to do, it says here United States. I also want to say Lafayette, okay? Because that's where the home is. I'm trying to get a home value for a home in Lafayette, right? Now, typically, I would say, if we're doing a single property website, we can say, oh, I want a 10-mile radius. People that kind of live around Lafayette can see this, okay? Because it's going to be relevant to them. I don't want 18-year-olds looking at my ads because they probably don't own homes in Lafayette. So you choose your minimum age. And then you could use this and exclude other realtors if you want. But here's the big thing. When you're trying to get listings, when you are trying to get a database of people who own homes, I recommend you change this automatic placements. Click the button here for edit placements. It's better if you do not run this. Click mobile to deselect that. You want it on desktop only, because desktop only, I'm on a desktop. I got a big screen here. If you do it on mobile, you force people who own homes, who many times are not millennials, to have to look at a smartphone and fill out multi-page questions. It doesn't work that well. What you end up getting is people clicking your ads and not giving you their information because it was just too hard for them to see, or they freaked out on it, or whatever. Change the daily budget to lifetime budget. And if you're running a single property website like this during the week, you can say, oh, you know what, I just want to put 20 bucks on it, right? 20 bucks. And then click, oh. So if it's a property, like a single property website, just run that ad for a few days. I always recommend to everybody, and Scott does too, the strategy for Facebook is to run one $20 ad every day every week for 4 days. All right. And about 2,000 to 3,000 people are going to see that. And in this case, they're going to see that a home is sold, right? Now I'm going to change this to the business page I want to be referenced. All right. I will say listing leads. Okay. Hopefully that says, I guess it's not. Oh, wait, let's see here. There we go. Come on. So it's going to show on listing leads. Wow, they changed that too. You always want to do a single image ad unless you have video, then do that. If you don't, single image ad. And down here, it says, what's your website URL? The website URL is the link to the single property website. All right. And where is that? Put it here, paste, Control V. And it kind of does some magic over on the right. So let's give it a second. It shows us what this looks like. And it says, get your Groveport home free home value now free. Do not write it. Do not let it go like that. Notice that this language over here in the gray box matches this language here. This language is not that powerful, right? What you can also say is this home was in contract in 7 days. Obviously, this has to be true, right? You don't want to be lying to people. We got 7 offers. And, or whatever the number, right? And you know, if you got anything like this, Write an ad on it. It's so funny. I talk to agents, and I talk to them all the time, and it's a bit of a maddening world because I'll be like, they're like, oh, I want to run ads, but I don't. I just sold my property. It was sold in 4 days. I said, you're kidding me, right? I'm like, well, you gotta run that ad. You gotta tell the world that you because guys, selling a home is not the funnest thing in the world. Maybe as a realtor, it's fun. As a homeowner, it's a scary thing. And what you're trying to do is make people feel comfortable. And one thing that makes them feel comfortable is you can do it quickly and you can get more than what they're thinking. You can get high money. And uh, that's what this ad is telling you, right? Click here, always add that in there, uh, to see it, to see, to get the value or whatever, right? Uh, the closing price, right? And when they click on it, when they click on that ad, this is going to pop up. And they're going to look at the home and they're going to go, oh, cool, this home is kind of like mine, or it's bigger, or it's smaller, or whatever. And then automatically, this page is going to pop up in about 10 seconds and say, hey, that's going to affect your home value. Get your home value right here. So that is why you want to do that. All right. If you don't know this, when you are done and you've written this, click confirm. Facebook is going to say we're going to review it and then we're going to make it live. All right. And that's when and then they'll make it live in about 15 minutes and then people see it and they start clicking on it and you get leads. All right. That is one ad to run for getting listings. I'm going to do one more, and this is the property valuation page. And Louise and all of you should be running this page once a month. Or I'm sorry, once a week, every weekend. This is a property valuation page. And this one belongs to Lisa, right? So I'm not going to use this one, but I want you guys to understand that these landing pages, I'm not even going to create one for you, but I am going to show you some new stuff related to this. So give me a second. And let me ask you real quick, if any of you guys are still awake with me, I'm going to be done here in about 5 minutes. I want just a yes or no answer. Have you created a property valuation landing page like this, and have you run an ad with it? Just a yes or no would really help me. I have a bunch because I do demos all over the place, and that's what it is. So you can get fancy with these things, and you can put a drone video. You can pay somebody. You can go on YouTube and buy one for like $50 from somebody. And it's fancy and it looks cool, but it's not super necessary, right? This is Annapolis in Maryland. And it looks cool, and it shows you kind of what the towns is. Part of it is looking cool actually holds your attention, right? If I land here, I'm going to be kind of mesmerized for a little bit. Like, whoa, this is really cool. So I might actually respond to the message, which is, give me your address to get a free home value, right? But you don't have to be that fancy. Actually, what really works really well is, do you have a picture of something of the neighborhood, right? This is Pleasant Hill, very close to where I live. And this is the little downtown area. There's a little Crescent Street, and there's a lot of restaurants, and they even have live music in the summers. So if you live in Pleasant Hill, you definitely know this corner, right? You know this part. But also, I'm gonna type in here Lafayette, which is we did a search on Lafayette, or we ran an ad on Lafayette about a sold home. Now I want to just put out a straight up property valuation page. And if we look at this, this is the reservoir in Lafayette. So I want to kind of remind you or show you that Lisa had a professional landing page with a picture of a neighborhood. And that can be cool if all the homes look the same. Like, I don't know, Lake Norman, maybe all the homes look like this, and this totally resonates. In Lafayette, there are many different kinds of homes. And so what does resonate is this is that little reservoir in the center of town where everybody walks their dogs and they jog, and the parents got the strollers with the kids. Everybody knows this place. They come from all over. the area to just have a nice walk in a pretty place. So that is my background picture for this page. And before we run the ad, I want to introduce you to a couple of new things that you may not be aware of. If you click edit on this page, it's the pencil. There at the top is a section that says advanced options. If you are not using this property valuation page, you need to run this ad once a week, like I'm going to do here in just a couple minutes. Now, when you click advanced options, there is a follow-up button, right? All right, and it's got a new little red flag. Check this box and save changes. What that means is every month we will send them an update, and it's going to have this information below, which basically asks them if they'd like to schedule an appointment. It gives them their new valuation, and it's got your contact info, okay? So every month you're going to be updated with every seller lead you capture if you just check this box here and click save. All right, so that's one thing. The other thing under advanced options is email and print. This is a really powerful piece. You can email it to yourself, or you can download it and print it and mail it out. But it is basically, you can edit. It says here, hope you had a great December. You can edit that right here and add some kind of quick summary about the market. Hey, 50 homes sold last month. Things are changing, whatever you want. You save it by clicking green and then click view. And then you've got this awesome letter that has your little market update here. It says that's going to affect your home value. They click here and it opens up the property valuation landing page that you're targeting. And if you want to see other new home sales, well, this is linked to your property search page on your website, okay? And it shows all of your listings or that are in your account. Then down here, if they want to see your reviews and you got Zillow reviews, we're going to link right to the page that shows all of your Zillow reviews. So this page is kind of buried, but it's really powerful. So I definitely recommend that you get into the advanced options, turn on your follow-up, get this, and start getting this in front of people, either in print or in email or both. All right? But we basically got our landing page. I think we've got our landing page. We'll click view here. I'm going to do one thing. I mentioned text codes earlier. Oh, I got to create a code. So I won't mention it now. I should actually have some codes. I don't know why they're not there, but I'll add it later. I want to drive people to this page. Oh, sorry. How do I do that? I run an ad on Facebook. So let's find that ad manager one more time. Let's go to the ad manager and ad manager, create a page post. Goodness gracious. Sorry guys. Create and manage an ad. Let's see here. Now I gotta remember how the heck I get back to page one, but I think I just stumbled on it. Create an ad. And guys, let me know if there are any questions. I'm going to click start over. Always, always, always click on traffic. This time I'm going to say value so I know what it is. And I'm going to say Lafayette, right? And the date. And I'm going to click continue. And we want to do our audience, and this is where it really becomes important. This ad, that page says Lafayette, right? Lafayette, California. So I definitely want to say, notice that there's a little ring here, and Facebook is being awesome, saying, hey, we'll show this to people and live in San Francisco. But the page only talks about Lafayette, so that doesn't make much sense for people to see it in San Francisco. So you click this little arrow, and you say current city only. This means the ad's only going to show here. And in this case, I want to say I only want it for people who live here, right? They got to live in Lafayette to see it. And they got to be at least 30 years old. And I definitely want to edit placements. I definitely want this on desktop only. And I might turn off the right column because right column ads aren't very effective. And I know this because we had a call with Facebook last year and they told us that. I always want to change it to lifetime budget. This tells Facebook to put the ad at the best time. Now, I usually recommend a $30 ad, and I always recommend that you start an ad with a property valuation page on Friday and that you always end it on the following Monday. All right? So that's roughly 10 bucks a day. One thing I want you to know here is a click. This is called pay per click. So if I put a $30 ad, every time somebody clicks on an ad, on my ad, it chews off part of that 30 bucks. Facebook typically charges about $1 for every click for a home value ad. So once you start getting good at this, if you want more listing leads, you can change that budget to $50. I've got clients that run $100 ads in 4 days and they get 100 listing leads. They also have the text IVR in there, so they're getting a lot of leads with phone numbers, and that is an awesome thing for them. That might be an awesome thing for you. If you want 100 listing leads every week, you might want to run a $100 ad just like this every week. I'm going to click continue. I'm going to do a single image ad. I want it to be on my listings to leads page. If it would just do that, for goodness gracious. Oh, there it is. So weird. And then you want to, what's the website URL? The website URL is the link to this page. All right. And we go here and we paste that in and we click out of it, and then it starts to pull it over here. Now, the text down below, oh, that's cool. We kind of updated it. Get your answer in less than 15 seconds is cool. But it says, what is your Lafayette? And then notice under here it says, what is your Lafayette? I'm going to change that to free Lafayette home values. Because free always works, right? Get your answer in less than 15 seconds. That's a big loaded statement, and it works really well. But here is a statement that works really well in your community. I don't know what the numbers are, but something like 300 homes sold in Lafayette. Last year. Or you could say, 5 this year. The high was, I don't know, 500K. Click here to get, sorry, there's something really slow here. I'm not going to spell it all out. I usually say to get your automated online home value in less than 15 seconds. People click on that all over the country whenever our clients do it. You should also put some emojis in here, right? If you don't know about emojis, and I know you sound like a kid when you're talking about it, that's why I refuse to talk about it. But I actually have a little tab up here that's going to get me, that inserts emojis. And one emoji that you might like is a dollar sign. So I'm going to click on that dollar sign and click copy. And I'm going to go here and paste it in. Now, emojis I usually associate with children, right? Not with adults. But we have so much evidence from our clients running ads across the country that I asked this question, and I think some people have told me, like, it feels like there's a real person there when there's emojis, right? And that's what makes people slow down and look at it, right? I've got an emoji here. If I click this emoji app, and I can say, oh, I want a picture of a house, right? So that copied, it's copied. So now I can go here and say, 300 homes sold in Lafayette last year. That's just gonna, and notice the emojis show up over here on the right. That's it, guys. You click confirm at the end of the ad, like on Monday, you're gonna get X number of reach, means 3,000 people saw it. You got about 100 clicks, or you got 50 clicks, and no, and then you get the leads, and you know the kind of leads. So I'm gonna point out the number one question that comes up. Number one question of people that don't get great results here. And they'll say, I ran this ad, I got a reach of 1,500, 2,000 people, and I got about 100 clicks, but I got one lead, or I got two leads, right? That's not what you want to hear. That's not what we want to hear. The reason for that, what that's telling you, is the reach is reach because you paid for it, and that's great. People clicked on it because they liked your ad. And probably what you forgot to do is on the placements section, you didn't listen to what I said, and you just said, yeah, let's use the default placements that Friendly Facebook is asking us to use. Use the automatic placements, which means it's going to be on mobile and on desktop. If you had run that ad with your placements on desktop only, all those clicks, you would have had a couple of dozen listing leads by the end of the weekend. Any questions there, guys? Okay. Okay, hold on. I got some questions here. Okay, hold on, guys. I see some questions. How do you get to advanced options? You go to your landing page section. You click on edit, which is the pencil. And at the top of this page are advanced options. And I definitely want all of you to turn on follow up by checking this box and clicking save. And I want all of you to start figuring out how to use this very powerful market update letter. All right? Where's the emoji button? Use edit, scroll down. On my Mac, is this a new feature? Lisa, there are emoji functions for Mac computers. I don't use a Mac, so I don't really know. Okay. Which one of the landing pages can I edit to advertise for out-of-state buyers? Amazon has chosen our, okay, so you can do that. You probably want to create a buyer. Could you send an email since the time is up now? I'm having, yeah. If you're trying to look for buyers, go to the landing page section and create a custom landing page for buyers. Click on type, and sorry, something weird is happening here. Thanks, Barry. Guys, if you have any, I'm going to answer this one question, and if you've got questions, let me know. How do you get buyers? And so she's got a new Amazon office opening up, so that means people are going to be moving to her area, so she wants something for buyers. You can create a custom landing page for buyers or a custom free report. If you have a custom report, maybe you have a report on homes or things in your area that you want people to have, or you just got something like this, right? Create a landing page for custom buyers and name the city, right? Maybe you do a couple of cities, but let's just say that I think there's something opening. Actually, I know that there is a new Amazon office opening in New York, right? So I'm going to say New York, and I'm going to say add landing page. And now you could get kind of fancy here. And I don't know if I will get fancy, but I'll just give you some ideas just in case. Amazon is a unique story, right? And you want to, but you can do a lot of this customization. Definitely change the background picture. That background picture is our generic stuff. Now, I don't have a picture of New York, but let's just use this one here, right? So you definitely want a picture of something that kind of resembles the area you're talking about. And you could also, there's a section here that says custom page content. Let's give it a second to do it's saving. I can see it up there spinning around. So let's let it give it a second. Notice it says down payer assistance for Folsom home buyers. Now you may not have a down payer assistance program, so but you can edit that, and that's the whole point of that, right? So now this page has finally saved the picture, and I'm going to deselect this so it's not so dark. And custom page content. You could put a video right in this video would be in a box here. You could put a countdown, right? So if you know that the Amazon office is scheduled because it's in the news that it's going to open September 1st, right? Well, you can put that right there and say, how's the market? No. The Amazon facility opens in August. Are you ready? Are you ready to move? And let's save that. Let's see what that looks like. Now, Scott goes through these and there are a lot of different ways to use timers and a lot of different ways to use this kind of content. But custom page content, you can get a timer. You can put an image, a photograph. You can put bullet points. Maybe you got a first-time homebuyer class, and you're going to be talking about a few different fields, a few different things. You could do that, right? You can embed HTML if you got something cool that you need to do that. Down here, the lead form text is, you see this, learn how to qualify, get your free information now, sending this is where you could say, we have a lot of homes available for new families, right? Because now people are working and they got to come over. So if I save that there, give it a second, you'll see that it changes over on the right. Right. Now, you can sort of guess now that if you go here, you're going to be able to change all this content, and that's kind of it. So hopefully this helps. Then what you could do is take this landing page, click View, take this landing page, and you could, I think you can actually target, although Facebook has changed their targeting, but you could say people who like Amazon or work at Amazon, wherever they live. Maybe they live wherever in the United States. Let them see this, right? So hopefully that kind of answers. That's what I would be doing if I was looking for kind of a broad sweep of buyers. Norma. Oh yeah, so it's going to be in Arlington, Crystal City. Okay. Well, Norma, you understand how to do that now. You just change it there. So that's it, everybody. I am going to put this call up on the on YouTube and put it in our mastermind group. If you're not in our mastermind group and you are a client, feel free to email support@listingstoleads.com or email me, Vince, at listingstoleads.com. Lisa, thanks for letting me poke around in your account. Get in our mastermind group, guys. It's just an awesome place to be. And have an awesome new year. And if I can recommend anything, get more familiar with our tools. They are giving a lot of value to our clients who are taking the time to learn about it. So that's my story. Have a great year, people. Talk to you soon.